Tonight I had the pleasure of seeing Carrie the musical, which is famously written by Stephen King, though none of his adaptations have ever been turned into a musical, until now. Though in saying that, in the late 1980s, early 1990s, this did have an attempt at a musical on Broadway until it kind of failed. But it's been revived over the years by various, departments. This one was put on by students at Griffith University. Now, I had heard about this a couple of months ago and I was like, oh, sweet, I want to sign up, I want to see what this is going to be like, I want to see a horror musical, I want that true scare factor. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any tickets. Talking to a co-worker and she was like, you have to buy it through the university, and I was like, okay, then totally forgot about it. But a couple of weeks ago, I got an email from Quebec going, hey, Carrie the musical tickets now on sale, come buy them. I did, which gave me the chance to see this. Now, I went in expecting, going, okay, it's going to be a student play, it's not going to be something that I'm used to, it's going to be okay, like I'm not going to cry about spilt milk. The tickets weren't even expensive either, so I was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to see how it goes. And I did, and I'm actually glad I did. This is a lot more powerful than I imagined the movie being. Now, I believe I've seen both versions of the movies, because there was one with Sissy Spek and then there was a remake with Chloe Moretz recently over the past few years. This one feels a lot more in your face and a lot more on point. Now, this show only really runs for, I think it was just under 2 hours, and the reason I say it's a lot more in your face is because it deals with it. The cast is only really like 10 students, and they play the students. There's Carrie, there's the mother, there's the 2 teachers, and the way that they do this is quite graphical, but in a good way. You hear a lot of bone crunching. You see the blood be tipped on her, and the deaths. It's quite fascinating with how these students brought it together. I applaud them. This is actually fantastic. I love the way they did this. The student that played the PE teacher, for some reason, when I saw her pop up on stage, I was like, oh my god, that's Bryce Dallas Howard. But like Bryce Dallas Howard out of Black Mirror. There's a lot going on in there, but in a positive way. Like, this student knows how to play, a teacher who's the sports teacher, but also attempting to care, but also being like that on the edge, I know you've done something, can I get to the bottom of this? Not really, sort of teacher. The woman who plays Carrie, phenomenal. You can feel the range of emotions. Now, I was sitting second row and I was relatively close to the stage, so you can just watch her expressions, you can see her body language, her vocals when she's speaking and singing. I think I cried half a dozen times every time she sung or something happened to her character. The woman who played Carrie's mother, she horrified me, but in the good sense. I was sitting there going, I kind of want to smack this woman. I know you're acting, but I kind of really want to smack you. You're a bad parent, but you're doing it so well. Then you have the students, the ones who, the cast of 9, I think it was, who play these students of Susie and Chrissy, who definitely know how to bring that schoolyard bullying and I'm kind of peer pressured into this type of bullying onto stage, and those 2 girls did a phenomenal job. Then you've got the rest of the cast who is mostly there, and I don't mean this in a negative way, who are mostly there to add to the atmosphere and the experience, because there's only so much you can do with less than 3 cast members, right? I've seen enough stage adaptations to know what you can and can't do, but they all helped add to the scenery. They all helped add to the musical. No one tried to overpower anybody in a way that just felt like this isn't your show, why are you here? Everyone allowed each other to shine. These students are absolutely phenomenal, and I honestly can't wait to see where else I get to see them in. I think I was told that these were third-year students. I'm not entirely sure how Griffith University works with their acting classes, but they were third years, which I'm guessing there's probably maybe 1 or 2 more years to go. So you still got a while, but they were pretty impressive, and I was like, damn, if this is you in your 3rd year, imagine you in your final year. Imagine you doing your first big production that isn't school related. Like, you're going to be phenomenal. Everyone in the cast was amazing. At the beginning of this video I said it was a bit graphical, but in a sense that it made you pay attention. Like, there was bone cracking. You kind of saw the visualization of like a girl getting her head twisted. Obviously she was like just jerking her head so she could collapse, but like that element was like dumb. Dumb. The way that the cast like figured their movements during the fire scene. But no, Griffith University students, you guys did amazing. Like I said, I can't wait to see where else you go. This show does end on the 10th of May, and it is the 7th, so it means this weekend, and it was only there for a week. But yeah, I honestly can't wait to see what else they got. So support the arts, support our upcoming stars, because like they'll surprise you with stuff like this. Worth it.